Exploring Inside Nothe Fort, A Journey Through History, Part 2. Welcome back. In this video, we continue our journey with a walk around the impressive exterior of Nothe Fort. It's a bright and sunny day, perfect for appreciating the historic architecture and scenic surroundings of this coastal stronghold. Nothe Fort, standing tall since the Victorian era, has witnessed significant moments in history and offers a fascinating glimpse into the past. As we stroll around its sturdy walls, we can marvel at the craftsmanship and strategic design that have withstood the test of time. Constructed between 1860 and 1872, Nothe Fort was built to protect Portland Harbour from possible invasion by the French. It served as a key military site during both World Wars, playing a crucial role in coastal defence. The fort's strategic location on the headland allowed it to guard the vital naval base and its surrounding waters effectively. Over the years, Nothe Fort has evolved from a military installation to a cherished historical landmark. Today, it stands as a testament to the engineering and military ingenuity of the Victorian era, offering visitors a chance to step back in time and explore its storied past. Let's continue our walk and immerse ourselves in the history and beauty of this remarkable site. As we walk around the exterior of Nothe Fort, we're stepping through over 160 years of history. Work began on Nothe Fort in 1860 by a civil engineering contractor, initially involving levelling the site and building a sea wall. However, financial difficulties soon halted progress, and in 1862, 26 Company Royal Engineers took over the project. By 1869, the upper earthen parapet was completed, and the fort was fully commissioned in 1872, costing a total of £117,049. The fort was constructed on 3 levels: the magazine for storing ammunition, the ground-level casemates for heavy muzzle-loaded cannons and soldiers' accommodation, and the ramparts, which featured a raised platform for muskets and light muzzle-loaded cannons during attacks. The first soldiers stationed at the fort were No. 2 Battery Royal Artillery, Tattenbrowns, responsible for installing the original cannons, 2 64-pounders, 4 9-inch rifled muzzle loaders, and 6 10-inch cannons. In the 1890s, 7 of these guns were replaced by 12.5-inch RML guns. With the advent of breech-loading guns in the early 20th century, these were replaced by 3 6-inch Mark 7 breech-loading naval guns on the ramparts, supported by a series of hoists for transporting the 100-pound shells from the magazines. By 1938, Nothe Fort had undergone alterations to function as a central anti-aircraft ammunition depot for the southwest, including the installation of an electrically operated hoist and a loading platform. During World War II, the fort was reactivated, equipped with a battery of 4 Vickers QF 3.7-inch AA guns, later replaced by a Bofors 40mm gun. In July 1940, Nothe Fort fired its guns as a warning when 2 unidentified ships entered the area, which turned out to be refugees from the Channel Islands. In 1956, the fort was abandoned as a coastal defence, then used by the Royal Navy for storing degaussing equipment. By 1961, the Navy no longer required the fort, and it was sold to Weymouth and Melcombe Regis Borough Council. The fort soon became derelict, despite various redevelopment ideas, including turning it into a luxury hotel. Restoration work began in 1980, led by the Weymouth Civic Society with help from the Manpower Services Scheme. Later in the 1980s, during the Cold War, part of the fort's magazine level was converted into a nuclear shelter for civil administration. Today, Nothe Fort has been transformed into a museum and tourist attraction, thanks to a £1.8 million lottery grant and additional investments from local authorities and English heritage. The fort is managed by a team of 5 paid staff members and 70 dedicated volunteers, with the Friends of Nothe Fort group promoting its growth and interest. The museum features models, World War II memorabilia, original cannons, guns, British and American World War II vehicles, and numerous displays, exhibits, and audiovisual facilities. The courtyard frequently hosts community events such as military festivals, concerts, dramas, and cultural Olympiads. During the 2012 Summer Olympics, the fort served as an official viewing point, attracting 4,600 ticketed spectators daily and employing 150 marshals. In 1903, 3 6-inch breech-loading guns were installed on the fort's ramparts, marking a significant upgrade in its armament. Major engineering works were required to support these powerful guns, including substantial strengthening of the structure directly beneath them. To accommodate the new firepower, specialized concrete emplacements were built, which included lockers for storing shells and cartridges. These lockers were incorporated into the concrete structures and also integrated into the retaining walls that linked the gun positions. The casemates below the emplacements were converted into storage magazines, designed to hold the ammunition securely. A series of dedicated hoists were installed to efficiently move shells and cartridges from the magazines up to the emplacements, ensuring a steady supply during operations. These 6-inch guns remained a critical part of Nothe Fort's defenses until their decommissioning in 1956. Picture this, it's World War II, and the British are preparing for a potential German invasion. Enter the Spigot mortar, affectionately nicknamed the Blacker Bombard after its inventor, Lieutenant Colonel V. Blacker. Imagine a landscape dotted with 22,000 of these peculiar weapons, simple concrete pillars topped with what looks like an oversized pipe. They're everywhere, guarding coastal paths, village greens, and strategic crossroads. The Home Guard, armed with these curious contraptions, stands ready to defend their homeland. But here's the rub, these anti-tank weapons had a fatal flaw. With a range of less than 100 yards, using one meant getting perilously close to the enemy tanks. Picture the nerves of steel it would take to wait until a German panzer was nearly on top of you before firing. In a twist of fate, not a single Blacker Bombard was ever fired in anger. They stood silent sentinel throughout the war, a testament to both British ingenuity and the thankful absence of invasion. Today, that rounded concrete pillar at the bottom of the stairs serves as a quiet reminder of a time when ordinary citizens prepared to defend their homes with whatever means available, even if those means were less than ideal. As we continue our exploration of Nothe Fort, we encounter a notable relic from World War II, the Bofors gun. This rapid-fire artillery piece occupies the spot where the only World War II anti-aircraft gun was stationed on the fort's ramparts. The Bofors gun was an essential piece of wartime defense, designed specifically to target enemy aircraft flying at low to medium altitudes. Its primary role was to shield the fort from dive bombers and fighter planes. Equipped to fire explosive shells weighing 1.97 pounds, 0.9 kilograms, the Bofors had a maximum effective range of approximately 5,000 feet, just under a mile. This formidable weapon could fire between 60 to 90 rounds per minute, depending on how quickly the gun crew could reload and fire. One vivid anecdote from the fort's wartime history reveals the intensity of the air defense efforts. On one occasion, an enemy fighter aircraft came so close that the gun crew at Nothe Fort could actually see the pilot sitting in the cockpit. This close call underscores the crucial role that the Bofors gun played in protecting the fort and its surroundings during the war. To your left, you'll notice a set of stairs leading up to the World War II anti-aircraft gun platform. This platform was strategically constructed atop a yellow brick Victorian building, which also houses the spiral staircase leading down to the Victorian gun deck and magazine levels. The platform was designed to hold a single 40mm Bofors anti-aircraft gun, making it the only anti-aircraft gun stationed at Nothe Fort during World War II. Meanwhile, the fort's main coastal defense guns were positioned in the Nothe Gardens, reflecting the fort's role in a broader defensive strategy. This Bofors gun, with its historical significance and impressive firepower, serves as a poignant reminder of the fort's pivotal role during a critical period in history. Its presence today not only highlights the technological advancements of the era but also pays tribute to the men who operated it under the constant threat of aerial attacks. During World War II, Weymouth was frequently targeted by the German Luftwaffe, with over 500 bombs being dropped on the town between 1940 and 1942. In response to these persistent aerial threats, Nothe Fort was adapted to enhance its defenses, including the installation of an anti-aircraft gun on the ramparts. This Bofors gun played a crucial role in protecting both the fort's 6-inch guns and the additional AA guns positioned in the nearby car park. The rapid-fire Bofors was specifically deployed to counter dive bombers and low-flying enemy fighters, reflecting the fort's strategic importance in the defense network of the region. One notable event that underscores the fort's wartime significance occurred on July 4, 1940. Weymouth and Portland were subjected to a raid by enemy aircraft. At 8:29 a.m., it was reported that 15 planes were diving on Portland. Fortifications at Osprey, Nothe, and Verne engaged the attackers in a desperate defense. During this raid, one of the enemy planes managed to score a direct hit on the SS Foylebank. Later, at 9:52 a.m., Nothe Fort reported a key moment in its defensive efforts. The crew successfully hit the tail of an enemy aircraft that was heading towards Warmwell Aerodrome. This incident highlights the fort's vital role in protecting Weymouth during the intense conflicts of the war. As we continue our tour, the fort's adaptations and its crucial role during World War II remain a powerful reminder of the bravery and resilience shown during those challenging times. Continuing our journey through Nothe Fort, we come across a poignant reminder of civilian life during World War II, the Anderson Shelter. This replica brings to life the makeshift but vital protection used to safeguard people from the relentless bombing raids of the German Luftwaffe. During the war, British towns and cities, including Weymouth, were subjected to intense aerial bombardment. Between June 1940 and May 1944, approximately 500 bombs rained down on Weymouth alone. One particularly devastating event occurred on November 17, 1940, when a massive parachute landmine exploded in the air, tragically killing 14 people and damaging over 850 homes. Ordinary houses offered little defense against such attacks. The force of a nearby explosion often led to the collapse of surrounding buildings, trapping those inside. Recognizing the dire need for improved civilian protection, Sir John Anderson, who was responsible for air raid precautions, designed a standardized domestic shelter. Named the Anderson Shelter after him, these were small, corrugated iron structures that families could install in their gardens. Though these shelters could not withstand a direct bomb hit, they provided significantly better protection against near-miss explosions than conventional houses. In Weymouth, the impact was severe. 83 civilians lost their lives, 7,000 homes were damaged, and over 400 had to be demolished. The Anderson shelters undoubtedly played a crucial role in saving lives during these dark times, offering a measure of safety amid the chaos of the bombings. As we explore this part of the fort, it's a powerful reminder of the resilience and ingenuity that characterized life on the home front during the war. As we enter the Victorian kitchen, we get a glimpse into the harsh realities of food in the Victorian Army. The diet was notoriously awful. Up until 1887, the daily ration consisted of 1 pound of bread and 3/4 of a pound of meat, which often included bones. The meat was typically boiled for 2 to 3 hours, a method born out of necessity due to the soldiers' lack of cooking skills and proper equipment. This poor diet took a toll on the soldiers' health and fitness. Recognizing the need for improvement, an army school of cookery was established at Aldershot in 1893. This initiative trained enough men so that each unit could have a capable cook. This was a significant step forward in ensuring that soldiers received better nutrition. In this kitchen, stockpots were essential for making soups and gravies, which could then be used in pies and puddings. Meat dripping, collected from these preparations, served as a substitute for butter. Any excess dripping was sold to purchase vegetables, adding much-needed variety and nutrition to the soldiers' diet. As we continue our tour, we can appreciate the stark contrast between the makeshift, unappetizing meals of the past and the improved, more nutritious fare that emerged from these early efforts in military culinary training. This is an example of the anti-ship muzzle-loading guns used at the fort between 1889 and 1900. The angle and muzzle elevation needed for the shells to hit the target were calculated by men in the battery observation point on the ramparts, who passed instructions to the gun crew using a voice tube. The gun was moved left or right, and the muzzle raised as required, using a system of gears and wheels in the carriage and steel tracks called racers set into the floor. The huge recoil from firing was absorbed by hydraulic pistons underneath the gun. This carriage is a partial recreation, but original racers can be seen in the exhibition room, which is in the direction of the ticket office. Each gun had a crew of 17 men, 5 of whom worked in the underground magazine to load cartridges and shells into the hoists. An expert crew could fire a shell every 2 minutes 45 seconds up to a range of several miles. The process for loading and firing was as follows. Clear out any smoldering debris from the last round using a large wet sponge mounted on a pole. Bring the gunpowder cartridge from the hoist and load it into the muzzle. Bring the shell from the hoist to the front of the gun on a trolley, then raise the shell to the muzzle using a pulley fixed to the horizontal bar above the gun port. Ram the shell and cartridge into the gun using the rammer. It had 2 ropes attached to the end and needed 4 men on each rope to pull it home. Insert the firing mechanism into the vent on top of the gun. Move the gun forward into the firing position and aim it using the gearing system. The gun crew then took cover, and the gun captain reported the gun was loaded to the officer in the rampart battery observation post, who would fire it electronically from there. Pull rope curtains called mantlets around the gun to keep the smoke out. This detailed and coordinated effort required precision and teamwork, showcasing the skill and discipline of the Victorian artillerymen. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Nothe Fort. We've explored its rich history, from Victorian artillery to World War II defences. Stay tuned for more exciting adventures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next video. See you soon.